This is homework number 1 from Math 122, and I'm going to show you a second method for doing problem 16. This is the problem I showed you how to do FOIL, to multiply this binomial by this one. This time though, we're going to use an area model. And we're going to draw a rectangle. And because there are two terms in this binomial and two terms in this binomial, and they're getting multiplied, we can think of it as an area problem. This side times this side. So I'm going to make a 2 by 2 rectangle, 2 squares by 2 squares. Again, 2 squares for this side, 2 squares for this side. And I'm going to write the terms in the binomials along each of the sides of the squares. I'm going to put 3x here for that term, the 2 here along that same edge for that term, and the plus sign to represent that binomial. Along this edge, I'm going to put the x from here and the 5 from here and the plus sign back in between. Now if it was a minus sign, then I'd put a minus sign there. Now since this is a rectangle, since this side is 3x long, so should the bottom side. It helps to label all the sides as you're working on these. Since this is 2 long, then this is 2 also, isn't it? And the plus sign back in between. Since this is x long, then so is this. And since this is 5, so is this. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to find the area of each of these little boxes. So let's start with the easy one. If I've got a rectangle that's 5 by 2, then the area is 5 times 2, right? Well, same thing with variables. I've got one side 5 and one side 3x. I multiply by 5 by 3x and I get 15x. This one's 3x by x. 3 times x is 3x squared. This one's 2 by some mystery number x. So 2 times x, we just write 2x. Now if I was finding the area of this whole thing, if it was numbers like 10 and 25 and 86 and whatever, I would just add up all those numbers to get the total area. Since I have numbers in variable terms, I can't really add them up. Well, actually I can add these two up, right? They're like terms. That plus that will make 17x. That'll shorten it a little bit. But so the area of this whole thing is 3x squared plus my 17x from adding those two up, plus 10. And that's as simple as it gets. Notice I get the exact same answer as I got when I used FOIL. I also got those same four terms in my boxes. Another way of multiplying binomials.